Nobody. BBC Radio on April 18th, 1930. There is no Easter Bunny. There is no Tooth Fairy. And there is no news. America's "Don't touch our boats" is exaggerated. War of 1812. Barbary Wars. Spanish-American War. World War II. Gulf of Tonkin Incident. Operation Praying Mantis. The people in movies based off true stories. The picture of the real person at the end of the movie. Me trying to fall asleep. Biography of an ancient general at 3 a.m. Barbie. My product was first launched in Japan. Oppenheimer. Vela satellite detecting nuclear tests any other day. Vela satellite on September 22nd, 1979. World War II. World War II. If Britain and France would have done something about Hitler before he was prepared. The US Marine with a flamethrower watching the Japanese soldier screaming and burning to death after being told by the military that flamethrowers were mercy weapons that killed instantly. The Templars watching anti-Semites blame Jews for creating international banking. Americans holding a presidential election every 4 years since 1788. France going from monarchy to directory to consul to emperor back to monarchy to republic back to emperor to 3 more different republics in the same time. Chinese holidays. There was an exiled poet who killed himself, so we throw Zongzi in the water, so the fish don't eat his body, and we race dragon boats around to find him. Western holidays. Jesus did something. JFK before banning all Cuban products from the USA. 1,200 Cuban cigars. The economy is doing poorly. Panic. President Hoover imposes tariffs to protect domestic producers. Calm. Other nations retaliate with tariffs of their own, and the economy goes to ruin completely. I'm a history expert. Oh, really? Name 20 ancient cities. Alexandria. That's on me. I set the bar too low. France and Austria. The Italian people trying to establish a democratic nation in 1848. The United Nations when war crimes are being committed right outside their base in Srebrenica during July of 1995. I sleep. The United Nations when war crimes are being committed anywhere else. I sleep. France and Britain in the past. I will rule the world. No, I will rule the world. France and Britain now. This is my fish. America decides whose fish it is. Pilots in 1990. No. I use slightly too much fuel while flying manually. Aviation pioneers. Ha! Ha! Things are improving. I only crashed 3 times this month. Dynamite being used in warfare. Alfred Nobel, who just wanted to provide a safer alternative to black powder and help people make some cool tunnels. Oh, I scratched my leg. 19th century doctors. Go on, get out. Last words are for fools who haven't said enough. You decide to go to war with Tamar of Georgia. You threaten to marry her if she converts to Islam. Otherwise, she will become your concubine. She defeats you. She defeats you. What people say prevented World War III. What actually prevented World War III? Modern Catholic reaction to excommunication. You have been excommunicated. I am sorry for my mistakes. Medieval Catholic reaction to excommunication. Turn back your army. You have been excommunicated. Don't care. Still attacking Rome. The Norwegian government, royal family, and gold reserve. Germany. An outdated and undermanned coastal fort with Austro-Hungarian torpedoes fired by a retiree. Germany. Brigadier General August Colbert believing he's out of range of the British rearguard. Thomas Plunkett no-scoping him from 300 plus meters away. What I like to think of my ancestry. What it probably actually was. Point of view. You are a Turkish soldier in the Italo-Turkish War in 1911. They fly now. They fly now. Russia in Russian history books. Russia in other history books. Russia in Ukrainian history books. Me, seeing George Washington depicted as a hero, a great leader, and an inspiration to all. Okay. Japanese. George Washington straight up punching a tiger. Me, could you not try to screw over the empire? For 5 minutes. Imagine being in a Call of Duty lobby with some of history's greatest trash talkers. Fictional pirates. Fights spooky skeleton men and goes on crazy adventures. Real pirates. Steals $100 million. Vanishes without trace. When Jemuka betrayed Temujin. What are you doing, Stepabro? Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Why are you invading us? We are Christian. The Teutonic Order. You're Christian. When I say you're Christian. Yugoslav People's Army outnumbering Slovenians 36-1 with tanks, air support, and heavy weapons. Getting multiple tanks, heavy weapons, and helicopters stolen by Slovenian civilians. Slovenian police and territorial defense, Spain in the 17th century. Spain in the 19th century. We are never recovering from this. People who discovered agriculture must have been like, yo, check out this unlimited food hack. Cavemen. I wish there was a good source of meat and other goods that will eat our junk and get rid of pests around us. These guys, say no more. The city you are trying to conquer is offering stiff resistance. Infiltrate the city disguised as a sage and prophesy that the siege would end once the idols of the goddesses are removed. Make your army end the siege once the idols are removed, letting the city's defenders celebrate their victory. Attack while they are celebrating and conquer the city, ending the siege for good, thus fulfilling the prophecy. Japanese people when they see a second sun. Aztec gods when they see a second sun. Venture capital now. I just led a $50 million Series B into my 4th calendar scheduling app this year because their Zoom integration reduces meeting conflicts by 6%. The founder went to Stanford and worked at Stripe for 8 months, so downside risk is basically zero. Plus their deck had really clean margins. Venture capital 1600s. I just funded an armed fleet to conquer the only islands in the world that grow nutmeg. If we can seize their nutmeg trees and eliminate all competition, we will make 60,000% returns and become more powerful than most European kingdoms combined. Demon Kalanemi. You want the medicinal herb from this mountain. Too bad every herb looks the same. My honest reaction. Europeans colonizers during Victorian era. No, we are not colonizing them. Just civilizing these cannibalistic natives. When did we? Also European colonizers during Victorian era. Damn, I wonder what ancient Egyptian mummies taste like. It is the winter of 1914, shortly after the Christmas truce, and now you have to shoot the guy you just became friends with. British troop in 1917. Look at the weird yellow cloud. British troop 5 minutes later. Pablo, why are not we alive? Acknowledging the war crimes and genocide you committed? Not acknowledging the war crimes you committed? Denying the genocide you committed, but still saying they deserved it. Do so many genocides most people do not know about most of them. People today. No. The Senate gives too much power to the small states. Roger Sherman. That is the point. Collapsing positions and bad situations on the Western Front or Eastern Front. Field Marshal Walter Model. America. Shooting stars. Russia. Shooting tsars. France-Germany relationship after World War I. When the Inquisitor finds out, a conquistador treats Spanish women like the Mayans. Why don't you have a seat? British tanks during World War I. German tanks during World War I. Russian tanks during World War I. Assault vehicle acquired. The United States 6 months after Pearl Harbor. The entire Axis powers, especially the Imperial Japanese Army.